Hello and welcome to another part of IELTS Writing Task 1, Academic Writing. And today we're going to work on tenses in writing about diagrams, graphs, charts, pie charts. Well, in our previous part, we worked on complex structures that you can use different structures in order to make more and different sentences. And today, we're going to focus more on tenses. What tenses can we use when we want to analyze data in a chart or a graph? Well, different questions require different tenses, and using the wrong tense can lead to a lower grammar mark. There is a general rule that when no dates given, so therefore you have to use simple present tense. All right? So when there is no date, you use present simple tense. When the dates are in the past, so you have to write simple past tense. When the dates are in the future, you can write future simple tense or future perfect tense. And when the dates are in the past and future, you use the mixture of these two tenses. Now, let's just start with present simple tense. Well, as I said, when there is no date, so you have to write all your sentences in present simple tense. And some questions could include present simple tense. For example, process diagram, pie charts, and tables. So a process diagram mostly needs you to write in present simple tense because it is showing the process of the production of something. So in describing the process of the production of a particular thing, you usually write in present simple tense. Now let's try to take a look at an example that I've provided here. As you can see on your screen, this is a sample question of process diagram. And it shows the process by which bricks are manufactured for the building industry. We have no dates. Therefore, you have to write in present simple tense. Now, let's work on 3 example sentences. So the first one is that first, the digger collects clay from the ground. This is in present simple tense. Collects. And then the bricks stay in the drying oven for between 24 to 84 and 48 hours. So stay in present simple tense. And finally, the bricks are taken by a delivery truck. So as you can see, this is a passive voice, as we worked in our previous parts, and it's in present simple tense. So most of the times, or let's say almost always, the process diagrams are written in present simple tense. And now let's work on this diagram again and make more sentences, all right? We're going to make the stage 3 sentences about stage 3, which is sand and water, and stage 4, which is about wire cutter or mold, all right? So stage 3. Take a look at this diagram. In stage 3, after the roller, sand and water are added to the clay. Sand and water are added. So as you can see, it is passive voice and it's in present simple tense. Now in stage 4, the mixture is then made into, again, this is passive voice, and it's in present simple tense, made into the shape of bricks, either by a wire cutter or a mold. So it is very, very important that in writing the report about diagrams, you have to follow two very, very important rules. The first is that your tense should be in present simple tense and the voice should be in passive voice because you're talking about the production of something. The subject is not that much important here. We are focusing on the production of something, on the object, all right? So the voice in diagrams should be in passive voice. I don't mean all the sentences you are going to write should be in passive voice, but around 60 or 70% of your sentences should be in passive voice. All right, now let's talk about past simple tense. Well, we know that when the dates are clear, it is in the past, so we have to write past simple tense. And there are questions like bar charts, line graphs, pie charts, tables, and maps that need you to write in past simple tense. Now, take a look at an example here. As you can see on your screen, this is a kind of bar chart that you can see the dates. Take a look at the horizontal line that we have the dates here. It starts in 1970 up to 1991. So it is in the past tense. And actually, you can understand this from the question too, that sometimes the question uses the past simple and sometimes the question does not use the past simple, but states that the dates are in the past. If, for example, you are in 2023 or 2024 and the dates are in 2020, the question says that this 2020 is in the past tense. If it's in future tense, then the question will tell you about that question that the dates are in the future tense. From which date the questions are in the dates are in the future, right? So be very careful about this. We'll work on this type of question too, that it is a mixture of past tense and future tense. All right, now let's get back into our question here. So this is a bar chart starting from 1970 up to 1990, 1991. And let's work on two example sentences. The first one is the number of men in part-time education fell. It is a past tense of fall, to decrease, slightly between 1970-71 and 1980-81. As you can see, so there was a fall, there was a decrease in the number of men taking part-time education. And another sentence, there was a sharp increase in the number of women in part-time further education between 1980-81 and 1990-91. So there was a sharp. This is another sentence about past tense. Now let's practice more. I want you to look closely and make two sentences about full-time data for 1970-71 and 1980-81 using the past tense. So you have to use two different sentences. So about full-time data, 1970-71 to 1980-81, right? So take a look at this one. So try to guess what two sentences can you make out of this data we have. I'm going to answer the question too. All right. So as you can see in 1970-71 and 1980-81, the number of men that you can see in full-time further education, there was increase, but that was kind of slight increase, all right? That was not too much. So we can make a sentence like this. There was a slight increase in the number of men in full-time further education between 1970-71 and 1980-81, all right? This is one sentence. Another one is about the number of women, all right? As you can see, it increased dramatically, right? So our sentence will be something like this. The number of women studying full-time increased dramatically between 1970-71 and 1980-81. All right, and this is about past tense. Now, future simple tense. So in future simple tense, it is pretty clear that we are going to talk about something that is going to happen in the future, right? And our structure will be about like this: will plus verb. Will. Very often it's will be, right? Will be. Or will increase, will fall, will decrease, will rise, right? Actually, we can replace the verb with other phrases too. For example, look at this structure. Take a look at this structure. We have noun plus is forecast to plus verb plus number plus date. Now, this is a sample example. The price of oil, all right, this is our noun phrase, is forecast. Is forecast. We're forecasting something. Is forecast to rise to $500 by 2035. All right. So this is about, this structure is mainly used in charts or graphs that is about future tense. All right, now let's take a look at pie chart, an example pie chart that you can see on your screen. Here is the chart below give information. Actually, there are two charts on the ages of population of Yemen and Italy in 2000 and projections for 2050. So by the projection, it means the question means that it is about the future, right? So we're going to make two sentences here about future tense. The first one, the percentage of Yemen's population under the age of 15 in 2050 is forecast to be 37%. So as you can see, I use the structure of is forecast to be, right? When I want to talk about future. Another sentence I'm going to use will be. According to the pie charts, 5.7% of the population of Yemen will be at least 60 years old in 2050. All right, that was all about, actually not all, we're going to work on future perfect tense too in our next part. That was, let's say, the most important tenses that you will need to use in your task 1 academic writing. So we have present simple tense, past simple tense, future simple tense, and two other tenses that we have, future perfect and the mixture of past tense and future tense, all right? So we're going to work on future perfect tense and the mixture of past and future in our next part. And that's the end of our today's session. I hope you've enjoyed this part. Until next time, enjoy your time, stay tuned, and goodbye.